Good evening, everyone. Today is the end of the world eve. Wow. Well, I don't know. May not. The world may it's probably isn't going to end tomorrow. So, but if it is, you guys are all awesome. I love you all. You're all amazing. Thank you so much for being part of my life. And whatever's after this, everyone have a great time doing it. If you're going out tonight, have a good time. Few things. First, my billboard was vandalized. I have this billboard that I put on I-15, the freeway here, and it says "Cancer, what lies have you been told?" And then it has my blog, just this blog, chemoblog.wordpress.com. And out of every single billboard on the freeway, mine's the only one that got vandalized, and the only place to vandalize it is right over my chemoblog URL, and right at the end where it says .com. So it's blue paint over where it says chemoblog, and then just says WordPress, and then right at the .com it has like SKA or something like that. It makes me it's one of two things. It could make me frustrated, but it actually makes me pretty happy. Of like, hey, I'm gonna take it that I'm pissing someone off that they want to go and make sure other people don't hear about what I have to say. So I'm gonna call the billboard company and probably just go back and put it in giant letters, just my chemoblog.wordpress.com, so everyone can see it. So thank you, vandalizers. You give me a more hope in that I'm doing the right thing. Who knows? We'll have a good time, doing it either way. Operation No Starvation has got some real legs to it. We're really gonna end starvation is kind of the plan. I have a meeting tomorrow with the RSO guys, and we're having some really good thoughts on what we're gonna do and really change the world. So look forward to that. I'll talk more and more once we get everything finalized, but it's going to be amazing. We're really going to make a huge impact on what we're going to do. So very cool. We've been had some roadblocks come up for our listeners, and a lot of them were talking about client issues or confidence and different things. And I was going to go through and answer them one by one, but I figured what I would do for my listeners is just give you 3 points that I want to talk about and how to get over roadblocks. First, stop selling and listen. Molding Boxers' core value is communication. Molding Boxers listen first, then communicate after. So that's point number one. Stop selling and listen. Two, stop talking about fulfillment. Stop talking about how we do something or what we're doing, that we do fulfillment or shipping or printing or anything like that. Stop it. We that's just the task of what we do. Why do we do it? That's the third point. Align the client's vision with our vision. Focus on the why. Focus on unleashing potential. Focus on our impact, our clients, our employees. Talk about why we do what we do. Talk about we unleash potential in the impact to be a leader and a beacon for good for our clients. Oh, to reach those we couldn't reach before. I almost forgot that one. And for our employees to set them up to win in life. Talk about that stuff. That is why we do what we do. We just happen to do fulfillment. Remember that. Talk about that stuff, but listen first. Stop talking about fulfillment, then align the client's vision with our vision, and together, let's change the world. That's how you overcome roadblocks. And guys, please listen to that. We may think that I'm just saying that to say that, but I am dead serious about it. That is the way to overcome roadblocks. Talk about the vision, align visions. That's all it's all about. So hope that helps. We actually had and then we also had our Employee of the Year, Haley Walkowski, our awesome. She does our team building. She does and our reception. If anyone is called into the office, she's usually the one that answers the phone. Always a smiling voice, and she's amazing. We had 4 different supervisors or employees all nominate her for Employee of the Year, and some of the comments where she is the glue that holds us together. She's the face of Molding Box. She's always happy, everything like that. So she totally embodies everything that we are, and really it's the perfect choice for Employee of the Year. So Haley, thank you so much. You're amazing. And finally, I wanted to talk about some business insight. Digital talent agencies asked about some business insight. So the rhythm, getting people to mock you. So they had 4 questions. I'm going to answer them and then kind of just expound on some of the ideas or thoughts. The first question is, where does this idea come from, the rhythm getting people to mock you? It comes from the book, The Rockefeller Habits. It is basically asking if the organization has set daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annual meetings to maintain alignment and drive accountability. This is one of the most critical parts of the book and was the most enlightening when I first read it. I literally had that light bulb go off in my head. Who would have thought that by talking about our goal all the time and how to get there would actually get us there, right? I mean, it just sounds crazy. The mocking part is just basically saying, driving home the point that it is that important to repeat, repeat, and repeat, and repeat, and repeat, and repeat, and repeat, and repeat. And really, like, the light bulb really went off, and it was just like, oh, I've been an idiot. Because we always talk about having, oh, let's do this. And we talk about it once, and that's it. And then, 3 months later, we talk about something similar, and we're like, wait a second, I thought we talked about that already. Didn't we talk? Yeah, we did. We made a decision about that 3 months ago, but it was never written down. It was never talked about. We used to have this saying, if it wasn't written down, it never happened. And it's so true. And even beyond that, now I say, if it wasn't written down and we're not talking about it today, it never happened. So when I talk about rhythm and getting people to mock you, I really mean it. Like when the book talks about it, and it's very, very true. Just driving home the point. This is what we're doing today. This is what we're going to be doing tomorrow. This is what we're going to be doing next week. This is what we're going to be doing this month. This is what we're going to be doing this quarter. This is what we're doing this year. All of that is aligning to get to our end goal, which is for us unleashing potential. And that's what it's all about. It just breaks it down into chunks and saying, hey, if I'm talking about this every day, we're all on the same page. And if someone says that everything's okay, that's bullshit. What are you doing right now? What are you doing today to get us closer to the goal? What did you do yesterday to get us closer to the goal? What are you doing tomorrow to get us closer to the goal? And really hone in on that stuff and continue to talk about it, continue to talk about it, continue to talk about it. And then just pound in what we believe in, unleashing potential, our core values. Yeah. Oh, and that's question number 2. What phrases do people mock you about? Unleashing potential and our core values, accountability, integrity, communication, and honesty. I go into my office, and when I go in there, I always ask any employee I run into. I was a slacker today, and I was running behind, so I forgot. But I walk in and I say, what's our SEP or our vision? And everyone will say, unleashing potential. What's our core values? Everyone can name them, right off the top. On every team meeting we have, we ask, okay, what are our core values? What are we doing? What are we, it's unleashing potential, accountability, integrity, communication, and honesty. And it's funny, I'll start talking with someone and start kind of leaning towards one of the things, and they'll all of a sudden jump in and be like, I know honesty, I know integrity, I know communication. And it's just really nice. I actually walked into Thunder, and I'd asked him the other day, what does unleashing potential mean to you? And walked in there, and he had thought about it, he wrote it down, he popped it up and said, this is what unleashing potential means to me, this is our core values. Turned to, my left, talked to Sheridan and said, hey, what are our core values? Immediately, accountability, integrity, communication, honesty. So those are definitely the phrases that the people mock me about, at least at the office. Then I always say amazing and fantastic, and so I get amazing a lot. Like, people mock me about amazing, which I love. The more people that say amazing is awesome. So the third question, what does it say about you and your leadership within the company when you find that your employees are repeating your message? And then the second kind of part question was, why is this a good thing? So to answer the first one, I think mainly that the message is getting across and people are aligned with the vision of the company. I hope that it shows that people are following what I say and therefore leading my team to at least say the same thing. And at least saying the same thing and talking about the same thing and thinking the same thing. I think that's what leadership really is. I mean, I could stand there with a flag and say, we're going here. I'm going to stand over there and wait for you guys to come. But, it's all about the daily stuff. It's all about honing in the core values. It's all about talking about them all the time. And why is this a good thing? They say, practice makes perfect. And I'm a big believer in that. It is a great thing for our team to report why we are doing what we are doing and how our core values we are going to accomplish that task. When we get everyone on the team thinking and talking about the same things, shit gets done. People know where the company is going, what we value, and how they fit into that system. I feel very strongly it builds a family culture as well where we are all molding boxers, not just people at a job. We have the same language, we have the same values, we know where we're going, we know what our jobs do or our tasks are doing to accomplish that goal. That is why it's a good thing. It's alignment. It's saying, well, I can think one way, and maybe my CEO thinks a different way, and maybe my CMO thinks a different way, and maybe one of my fulfillment guys is thinking, when I say unleash potential, he thinks about it differently, or my data person or something like that. But when we really hone in on our core values and the language we talk about, and we relate everything to unleash potential and everything to those core values, it's not just my brain thinking about it. I have my entire team thinking about it, and we're all going in the same direction. They say two heads is better than one. Well, an entire team's head is better than one. So that's why it's a good thing. 4, what are some of the tips on how you can create your own personal rhythm and leverage your beliefs in order to get your employees on the level where they are essentially mocking you? I would say, A, figure out your beliefs. I'm shocked by how many people, businesses I talk to that I ask, like a belief, what are your core values? Oh, I don't know. I was the same way. I didn't know why I was doing what I was doing for a long time. I didn't care. I was all about the money. I was all about, trying to be cool and get awards and everything like that. I was pretty humble throughout the whole thing. I've always been a really, really humble dude and really laid back. I was never, I guess, arrogant about it, but I was always chasing that almighty dollar. I never asked myself why. So really figure out your beliefs. Ask yourself why. Why am I doing this? If you're in it for the money, you're not going to be around for long. Figure out what really turns you on. Figure out that burning desire inside of you. And for me, it's unleashing potential. It's uniting and evolving the human race. And that's what I'm into. And that's what the company's about. And that's why we are doing what we are doing. And then honestly, read the book, The Rockefeller Habits. If you want to know how to get your beliefs into a rhythm, read The Rockefeller Habits to tell you how to do it. If you don't want to do that, at least start with a weekly meeting with your team. Even if it's just one other person, just a weekly meeting, and talk about what you guys did this week and what you're planning on doing next week. It will give you at least a check on a weekly basis to make sure everybody is going the same way, and if not, correct them. So start like we do Thursday meetings. Start on Monday morning at 10 a.m. Just make it mandatory. Put it in your calendar and just do it. No excuses, no nothing, just do it. And sit there, and if you have nothing to talk about, who cares? At least have the meeting. Start. Just start meeting and looking someone in the eye and saying, we work together. What are you doing this week? What did I do this week? How are we going somewhere? Great. At least you know that. Start with that, and then just again read the book. Like it's a $10 book. Like I'll send you an Amazon link. Buy it so I make 16 cents off of it or something like that. But honestly, just read the book. Do what it says. Do the worksheets, and it'll change your business. I guarantee it. It is the most powerful thing. Not just the rhythm, but the entire book on how to align the company and everything like that. But yeah, to start, figure out your beliefs, ask yourself why you are doing what you're doing, and don't say money. I had a talk with some high school kids, and I think I've talked about it on here a couple times, but one of the questions I ask is, how much money do you want to make? And great answers by everyone, $80,000, $1,000,000, no money, all this stuff, and I answer it, none. I don't want to make any money. I want to be justly compensated for the value I create in people's lives. That's what I'm in it for. I'm in it to unleash potential and create as much value for as many people as we possibly can. And the money will come. But I know what I believe in. I know my core values, and I just drive that. So I would say do the same thing. Figure out your core values and then just start. Just definitely start. So I hope that helped. I love doing this stuff. I get passionate about the business and stuff like that. So if anyone else has any questions about business insights or anything like that, please ask. Would love to answer them. So cool. Hope everyone has a great end of the world. If not, we'll see you tomorrow. And if the world doesn't end, help me change it tomorrow. So I'll talk with you all tomorrow and join us on changing the world. So hope everything's well. Love you all. Peace out.